Hi, big dreamers. So we don't have a cafe in the background. We don't have the pool in the background, but we do have my caravan that I'm currently cleaning up because it's travel day. It is travel day. It is travel day. Mark's gonna go on to get the things that you put in the toilet. I know, right? You know, the things you put in the toilet so that it like breaks down the stuff. He's going to go get them. I mean, like, this is keeping it real travel vibes. You want to do all the sides of travel. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Mason is jumping on the jumping pillow just behind here. Woohoo! Hi Amy. Hello. This is because Mason's over at the jumping pillow. This is what happens when you got a heap of kids at a caravan park. Okay, I actually have some really good value that I want to do, and I want to keep up my daily habit of doing a Facebook Live every single day, and we're doing a traveling, so we're about to get ready. So this is the current situation. So if you're listening on the podcast, come and follow me on Facebook or watch them on the other thing. I don't want to say the word because then the algorithm will drop. Hot tip there. Okay, Kookaburra, that's my pop. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, I love that. I didn't even notice it because the birds are crazy around here. So they're constantly going off, whether it's a swan or a duck or a bird or just any sort of bird, they're just going off all the time. So, what did I name this? I don't know what I named this. So today is travel day. Everybody's super sad. All the kids are really sad because they've met a friend. This is our view from our window back way. Like, this is what it looks like. So as I was saying, if you're watching on the podcast, follow me on the Facebook and see when I'm live. Okay, I actually have some tips and I've got to do it quick because I want to make sure that I give you a lot of value, and I also do a great Facebook Live. Currently we are launching LifeWorkers, so do not miss out on that because we start on Monday. It is going to be the most epic thing you've ever did experience. It is one of my base courses. So I always knew that when I did Me Brand Method and when I did social media nutcracking, I knew there was something missing, but I just didn't know what it was. And the weird thing is that I cannot believe that I didn't know what it was because it's the business model. Oh, releasing the reins. Amy said releasing the reins. That's what the title is, isn't it? Oh my God. Okay, so this is perfect. This is such a great title for my Facebook Live. So releasing the reins. I feel like I should put my scarf on. Anyway, releasing the reins. So the best thing before was my assistant was messaging me and she said, what do you want to do for the title for yesterday's? And we were like riffing on titles, and I'm like, oh my God, breadwinners, and we're just like riffing on things. But yesterday I was on client sessions and my podcast and my YouTubes were just uploading. So they would, she was taking all the, like, I've got this workflow going on. Like I said, I've been laying down my bass beats being here in Perth, and just like laying down these bass beats to really release the reins because I am super detail orientated. If you watch my 10 YouTube tips on YouTube, I'm super detail orientated, and so passing that off is kind of like, I didn't realize I was such a control freak. First of all, I did also not realize I am super strategic. I did not realize I'm super detail orientated. Leslie Christine, oh my God. P.S. I also have a brand new 3-month client, which I'm super excited about as well. So I'm going to be opening up Mission 3, which is a 3-month mastermind mentorship. So anyway, that just happened as of last night. Anyway, and it includes the 3 Me Brand Method, LifeWorkers, and social media nutcracking, just for a hot tip. Right. And releasing the reins, the relief when I was doing coaching sessions yesterday, or with because Tuesdays are my coaching sessions. When I was doing that yesterday, my podcast alerts were popping up that tips for creating content on the road, and all these like YouTube videos and stuff were popping up, and I'm like, oh my God, this is such a relief to like have released the reins and actually really feel like now we're really working in tandem, as in like she gets exactly what I need, and it's such a relief to release the reins. The second thing that I want to say, so it was a relief to release the reins, and I want to say that I've been online for 5 years. I've been doing business myself for the last 13 years, and I've always been DIY. But the last 5 years of my blog, same thing, DIY. When everybody wanted to have, you know, you've got to do, you know, you've got to outsource, get a team. I just didn't feel ready. This year has been a process of the relief of releasing the reins, and a graphic popped up as well. Oh, that's right. I said to do some graphics for some of the things that I've been saying for LifeWorkers. Did you see that graphic? It's the quote card that I've got. It's called a Janaism. So if you go to Janaism, the hashtag, you'll be able to see all the quote cards that I've got going up. So this is a huge relief, and it's also, there's a massive lesson into it, because what I've noticed, the second thing that I've noticed, this is the second tip that I want to say. What I said to my clients yesterday was, here's the deal. If you have nothing to work with, do not get anybody to work for you. Here's a hot tip. You need to have something for them to work with. You need to have a workflow for them to work with you in an efficient and effective manner. So before this month, before I was just like doing a daily Facebook Live and had something to work with and a workflow to work with, so do the Facebook Live, upload it to podcast in this particular way, with this particular description, with this particular blurb underneath. Is this making sense? And then with YouTube, having like a YouTube strategy to upload stuff every day. If you do not have something to work with, they cannot work for you, because it's going to be inefficient and ineffective, and you're just fobbing off jobs here, there, and everywhere, and there's no flow to it, there's no rhythm to it, there's no reason to it, and there's no methodicalness to it. And this feels like all I need to do right now is just like, because we've got I would not be doing this, doing a Facebook Live, I wouldn't be doing that right now if I was in this caravan packing it up with no rhyme or reason to how I was going to reuse this Facebook Live. So it's actually given me so much more. I've been serving. Number 3, I'm serving on a whole new level. Why? Because I know that the content that I'm spilling here live on my Facebook is getting this long-term value versus just being live and alive, and you've got to be there live to get the value. It's like long-term value. It's like, I know when it goes onto Facebook, YouTube or podcast, it's going to have so much value. So how does that help you guys? Because if you do not have anything to work with, it's really hard to have somebody working for you. And it's taken me 5 years to finally freaking get it. And I had to have somebody working with me for the last 6 months to figure it out, because it was really inefficient, really ineffective, because I actually didn't have a workflow for them to work with and from. So I have to have some sort of routine and rhythm and a reason to it, and where is it going to go. And now I'm serving in a whole new level on my Facebook Lives, because I know that these are actually going out into the ether afterwards and not down into the hole of Facebook videos. Leslie said, I love the idea of having help someday. And in thinking about that, I also realized that I'm a bit of a control freak. I am such a control freak. It's been 5 years of multiple 6-figure business years, and I only just hired help last year. I only just got help last year. I have had help over the years, and it's never worked out, because I would just give them random jobs here and there, but I feel like I had to still, there was nothing that felt like I was being supported. It just felt like I was just handing off these jobs that I could have done quicker than just giving them to them, which is essentially what everybody always says when they're outsourcing and getting a team and things like that. But to me, it actually is really good. It was really good. I'm not getting any freaking cleaning done, by the way. So Mark's going to get home with all the stuff and the coffees and be like, yeah, didn't get much done because I've been talking to my video. Amy said, be like employed without a job title. Being like, yes, it's exactly right. So here's my deal. Go DIY. Like, really, I'm a control freak, and I realize how detail orientated I am. Go DIY for as long as you can and figure out all the details. The details of doing it yourself, you are not going to know the deep things within what you do that make a difference. Because on YouTube, for example, and I've got to stop saying YouTube. If I say YouTube, guess what? My algorithm drops. So throw in some extra comments. Anyway, so you guys, how detail orientated are you? And realize when you actually are giving your job, like giving, hey, do this, you want to have been doing it for a good month to be able to actually hand over something that's of substance to you and something of service to you. Because this month I've been talking all about serve. But are you serving yourself? So in the morning, so I've basically been doing double work days. So I usually work, like I have like a 3-hour work day where I'll do like my Facebook Live and I'll do my blog posts and I'll do all that sort of stuff, right? And then that's it, really. That's really the basis of the work. That's the basis of I have to be there for that bit of it. But here, I've been basically doing that. I've been dropping down the beats. I've been doing the Facebook Live. I've been doing the blog post, and I've been posting the photo of me going P.S. Remind me, I've got to get a photo of me right here and edit it and have it uploaded, because I have to have it edited in the way that I edit it, because it has to pop. Have you guys seen my Instagram photos? Like, they are so OTT edited. Don't worry, I know how OTT they are edited, but I love it like that. I think I am the opposite of a control freak, but maybe sometimes it would be good to learn that. Yeah. I mean, I admire that and I envy that, because I realize that it's like, I've got like 10 notes like every other day of, oh, make sure the thumbnail is the same title as the YouTube video. Make sure the YouTube video, the MP4 file, is named the same as that title, so it's an SEO package. So that then also only 4 words on the title and on the thumbnail, and also every single one needs to be slightly different, which for a graphic designer is a little bit like of a weird thing, because you want it to all be the same, but it's like it's got to be different. It's got different fonts, different style, different so each, when you look at the YouTube videos, they've all got to have like a different thumbnail. They can't look the same. In the internet marketing world, that's like, what? They need to just be all the same with the exact same template, just the words change. No. That is not what we do. On the podcast, I'm so pedantic that it's like the first 3 words need to be capitalized, and then it's title case. So today we were going back and forth, and then we're like, being that breadwinner, how I got my husband's support in title case. Then it's take the blurb that I put under in the description, then there's a special blurb to put underneath that. So there is so much detail that goes into do what we do. In a way that because you know what I see it as? It's an art and it's a craft and it's a science all in one. So the science part of it is like the SEO bits, because here's the deal. A lot of people, especially even I've been talking a lot about travel lately, and I'm going to be talking a bit more about travel and, like, you know, how to create content on the road and that kind of content and stuff like that. And what I've noticed is people expect that once they're traveling and once they've got the traveling lifestyle, that's it, they're going to go viral. I'm like, do you know how much work it takes to do that? Like, effort, energy, detail, and commitment and deliberateness and dedication and everydayness. I don't think people do. And I've realized I've lost my voice because I did talk a lot less today. Oh my God. I should probably do these dishes. Do we have any questions around that? I just wanted to come on here and just say, like, today we are traveling and I'm really getting to see the gist of it. I did end up going live right now because this is great, because it's part of, it's a part of my daily habit, and I'm keeping my daily habit, but I wasn't going to, but I just felt like it when I was cleaning here. I felt like going live, and I thought, you know what, why don't we change it up and not be next to the pool and not be at the cafe? Let's change it up a little bit. So where are you guys at with that? So I don't want me outsourcing to make you feel like you need to do it now, because I used to have that for years. I really don't feel like outsourcing is even helpful until you know what your main this sounds funny when it's on the podcast, all this water in the background. If you do not know your base beats, I don't really feel like it's useful until you've laid down taking action every day. So I've made it a personal rule for the clients. All my clients is like, because they're like, oh, maybe I should outsource. I'm like, unless you're doing something every day and you have a set kind of thing to it, like every daily-ish, then no, it's not even worth your time. So really, that is extra incentive to take action every day, because I realized as a coach, what is my actual purpose? And if you guys are a coach, this is a total sideline, side note, side bonus tip. What is the outcome of what you're trying to do with your peoples? What is the satiation? What are you satiated by? And if they're not doing that, what is it that they're not doing that doesn't make you feel satiated in your working with them? And I've realized mine is very much like, I've got to see a physical representation of action from the work that I do with them on a daily basis. Otherwise, it's not rewarding for me, and the financial kickback is not worth it for me if I'm not seeing the action, a physical manifestation of action coming from our sessions. That's my kind of thing. Yep, we thought we'd have a travel vlog going regular by now. Then again, I did start that and was the beginning of the tough stuff last year, so I put it all back to burner for a while. Yeah, it actually, I don't think people realize the dedication of content creators. And I watch people that are traveling Australia and doing the whole travel blog thing. They're doing it so much better than me. And I'm just like, wow, like, hats up. I know what you are doing to create that kind of content. That is next level, and I admire it. And I'm like, oh my God. I just take these little selfie things, and they're taking these like massive like photo shoots like every day of these amazing places and things like that, which I want to do more of. But I'm just like, wow, you guys' dedication is like so good. I think it triggered a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I don't think people realize, like, it's a lot, it's very in your face. It's like your own, when you're doing a vlog or travel lifestyle stuff, and people really want to know all the different bits and pieces. They want to see all the areas, and it's like being on a Truman Show and you know you're on it. Do you know what I mean? It's like being on a Truman Show and you know you're on it. Okay, I feel like I've washed this bench 50 times, so shall we go in here? Oh gosh, is there anybody in here? No. So we're in the toilet now, guys. So now we're in the bathroom. Now we're in the bathroom, guys. This is next level. So I should put all these things down. You guys are coming with me. This is very dynamic. I call this dynamic content. Sometimes we only, because I was like, why am I not going live just because I'm not at a cafe? Why am I not going live just because I'm not with the pool in the background? I mean, we can do all the sides. Why am I not going live when I'm folding towels? So now I'm folding towels and going live. That's how I'm rolling. But I will be going in a second because I really want to tell you about LifeWorkers, which starts on Monday. Hands up who's in LifeWorkers and who is ready to roll with LifeWorkers. I'm ridiculously excited. And also, if you're a newbie, I'm actually really recommending to the newbies that are coming in is to do Me Brand Method, Social Media Nutcracking, and LifeWorkers as a bundle. But if that's not where you're at right now, definitely just jump yourself into LifeWorkers, which you have to message me to get your to get the details for that, so we can just see if it's the right fit for you. Leslie said we have different comfort levels with how open we are. Yeah, exactly. And my husband is not particularly, he doesn't have, like, we've got to work with the way we all work. The way that I work is I'm very ethereal, and I'm like, oh, I love this place because this is what I was feeling, and so that's my style, right? So that's my style. His style is like, if he buys and sells things, he's like, bike, white, and then he says all the mechanical, technical terms for it, and I'm just like, okay, that's really matter of fact. Why don't you be the one that says about the caravan stuff? Hi, everybody. Brenda's in the house. Christine is in the house. We are doing a Facebook Live in my bathroom. If you're just joining, there'll be no context to that, but that's okay. I am just doing a quick Facebook Live, which has actually been quite good. I've been talking about the relief of releasing the reins over to my assistant, which has been amazing. Which has been 6 months in the making, actually, because I have not felt like I've been doing it efficiently or effectively. But here's the deal. It was my fault because I had nothing to work with, because I was not laying down base beats that were workable. If you want to have somebody work with you, you need to, or work for you, you need to have something for them to work with. Otherwise, it's completely a waste of time, talent, and resources, and money. So we don't want to be doing that, do we? So guys, LifeWorkers, we start on Monday. We're going to be doing Facebook Lives from the most amazing places. We're going into the wilderness now, and it feels so good to be going into the wilderness with a workflow. I have a workflow to go into the wilderness with. You may have noticed that I feel way more on point now, because as we go into the wilderness, because you guys have got no idea where we're going unless you have done traveling around Australia. Where we're about to go is just like, oh my God, lots and lots of nothingness, but so much learning and so much balance and exactly what we need. But there's this relief that I have released the reins, and I now have something for my assistant to work with. I feel super proud of myself because that's not something I've ever been able to do. This is the journey of a life worker. You can DIY it for 5 years like I have done myself, or you can get to this euphoric place where you can release the reins and it just feels like this big relief when it's right. When it's right, it feels like a relief. When it is, you're just doing it because you should do it and you've got too much to do, no, because it's just going to be a complete inefficient and ineffective waste of resources and talents and skills and time and money. So I want you to know that you don't need to do it until you feel like it's right, and when it feels right, it'll feel like a relief that you have released the reins. Guys, and you will be creating way more content and way more value when you are able to do that. So just know, if that's what you're working towards, it will happen, and it's amazing. And I'm speaking from the other side of how much euphoria it is when I open up my phone and I see my blogs and all the things that I've posted be repurposed and multi-purposed and distributed around the internet without me doing a thing. It's amazing. It's the most amazing thing I've ever heard. It's a little scary getting out of civilization. I feel that when we're driving through the Mojave Desert, but it doesn't actually last that long. Exactly. I mean, WOWs does last like a long time. So it's a while. I don't know. We're going to try to get north as quick as we can so we can be in the nice warm. But yeah, when you leave the civilization and that comfort, you get those feelings like, we should just stay an extra day. Let's just stay an extra day. Let's just stay an extra day. Next minute, it's 3 weeks later and you're like, okay, we need to go and we need to continue to travel because we're getting into our comfort zone. And yeah. But we did really know that we would be here 3 weeks. But yeah, you get it. Leslie gets it. She travels full time, so she gets what it's like when you are about to leave civilization and go into the nothingness. Perth, actually, here is one of the most isolated cities in the world. So it's a city, and we're in this beautiful comfort cocoon. But then as we go off, we're going to be in the like nothingness, just like the whole of Western Australia, if you've seen it, is just like nothingness. It's like a desert. It's like a whole desert. But it's near a beach, so it's awesome. It's important to make sure we have food, water, and fuel. Hell yeah, we've got the water, the fuel. Mark spent the last 3 days getting us situated and organised. Okay, I'm going to go because he's coming around the corner with my coffee and I need to make it look like I've done something. No, just a joke. I'll just say I've done a Facebook Live and he'll be like, okay then. So I hope you guys have the best day ever. Growing to Big Dreams LifeWorkers is in launch mode and we start on the Mondays. If you're in launch LifeWorkers, hands up, and I will see you inside. Have the best day. Message me if you want to be in LifeWorkers and I'll see you in the next video. Chief Big Dreamer of the internet is, I gotta click out.